Hello everybody, you just joined Luna Wisdom Tarot, and I'm Antoinette, and I have another pick a card reading for you. Today we're going to talk about massive luck coming your way. So what massive luck is coming your way? So you see there's 4 piles in front of you. We have, I chose different bracelets today, so this first bracelet is clear quartz. And if you want to pick it by the card, we have Eros, love. Okay, so that's pile 1. Pile 2, we have a rose quartz bracelet. It's on top of, I guess it'd be Hermes, communication. Hermes. And then pile 3 is Green Man. This is labradorite, if you're curious. This is the Green Man card. That's pile 3. And then pile 4 is Loki. And that's play. And we have the smoky quartz. So go ahead, meditate on the cards and go ahead and pick whatever resonates with you. I would say, just remember this is a general reading, so when you pick your pile, I'm sure some messages will resonate with you. If some do not, just go ahead and discard those. Only listen to ones that resonate for you, because this reading is meant for a ton of people. So just want to make sure that you get the messages that you're supposed to hear for sure. And if you start listening to a pile and it ends up not resonating with you, you feel free to pick another pile. If you're looking here and you decide that a couple piles resonate, then go ahead and follow that, listen to a few piles. Okay, and with that, I will see you at your reading. Pile 1, Eros. If you selected pile 1, you selected this card, Eros. Okay. And you selected the clear quartz bracelet. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. The way I'm going to kick off this reading is actually read from the Oracle book, God and Titans guidebook, and it's just a quick little phrase. I just want to start that off with the reading and then we'll get started. And of course we're asking Spirit today, what massive luck is coming your way? So with that, the Eros love card here. Hopefully you can see it okay. It says, step out of chaos, allow love to direct all. A new love liberates your mind, body, and soul. Okay, so we're looking at love liberating our mind, body, and soul, and removing ourselves from chaos, pile 1. So we're asking a question first. Where is your luck coming? Where are you going to see luck? Oh, well, pile 1, well done. You start off with the 10 of Cups. Way to be dramatic, pile 1. Okay. Queen of Wands kicks off the next card. Okay. I have shuffled these cards, so I always shuffle just to make sure you guys know. The Knight of Wands, the Knight of Cups came out in reverse. I'll bring this down a little bit so it's not distracted by the stones there. And the 10 of Wands came out upright. So we're asking the question, where's your massive luck coming? And I'm seeing it pretty clearly, and this comes out as the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. And we have, 2 more cards. Okay. So with that, we're going to pause here. So the 10 of Cups talks about where your luck is coming. Where I see it is family. Family, love, really close interpersonal relationships. You're getting that blessing. It could be with friendships. It could be with Definitely with family for sure. Reconnection of relationships, it can also be as well. But where your massive luck coming in it is coming, pile one, where your massive luck is coming from is truly family. So I'll show you why that's the case. If you look at the 10 of Cups here, look at this family in front. There's, if you notice, every like bear here, like every being in this is connected with somebody else. There's just this sense of love, of support, happiness, dream come true. I don't know if you can see this come through on the camera, but there's some faint fireworks in the background. It's really a moment of triumph. When we think of the 10 of Cups, we do think about the fact that there's a lot of inner happiness that comes through. And it really definitely comes through very clearly with these cards. I do want to pause and apologize, pile one. I don't know what happened. It's been quiet in my house all day. But of course, the second I start recording, there seems to be a lot of work going on in the apartment underneath me. So I'm so sorry if you hear that come through on camera. I hope it's not too annoying. Okay, back to the reading. So we talked about this blessing and love, and a sense of inner fulfillment, inner happiness comes through with that, because of course when you have this close like relationships, this is a dream come true. So we kick it off right away very clear. So then we go into the Queen of Wands. You know, this Queen of Wands energy really talks about a sense of cheerfulness and being able to be passionate about life. And I see that as massive luck coming your way. You could feel that way because you're so supported. You have this ability now to kind of fully step in to the person you've always wanted to be, to have the courage, because it's like you have, you know, you're queen in this picture. You have a kingdom supporting you. You have people supporting you. And so that's what massive luck is coming in your way. Now we come immediately to the Knight of Cups in reverse. And when we think about the Knight of Cups, it's a card where, you know, it's definitely a card of action, but it also can be viewed as like a little bit of fantasy. You will feel that this part of your life is almost like a fantasy. Pile one, maybe it could be that you're just not, like with your family relationships, they're not that close. And so this reinvigorated energy, either with your family or close friends or a new relationship, regardless of where it's coming from, you'll feel this sense of, oh my God, this feels almost like a fantasy. And you will almost want to doubt that. You'll want to doubt this luck coming in, because it really is a dream with the fireworks in the background, what you're getting here. So then we come into the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands is and it's kind of an obvious card when you look at it. The bear is holding these wands up. So the way I see this card is definitely something to the effect of, you know, you've had a lot of responsibility in your life. I think that, in fact, it's shown in some of your relationships, like you take the heavier burden in these relationships. But that's no longer the case, because as we transition right to the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles and what it reflects here is it reflects that there's people who are willing to do the hard work with you. They're willing to engage in a relationship. They're willing to support relationships. They're not going to leave it all on your shoulders. So, for instance, if you're a caregiver for a family member, and I don't know why I'm going here, maybe somebody's a caregiver in the audience, but if you're a caregiver and let's just say you're taking care of a family member and there's other family members who could support and they haven't been that supportive, this is what massive luck is coming your way. It could mean somebody in your family now is reaching out and wanting to help. They see the work you've done. They're willing to support. They're willing to lend a hand. It's literally that type of help. It's help where you didn't see it coming. You've been carrying the burden for so long, you're almost used to it. And now, as represented by the Nine of Pentacles, you have someone who's willing to come in and step in with hard work and meet you there. The next card up will continue to ask, where's your luck coming from? Like, where's this luck coming into, right? So this luck, you have the Empress card that's come in next. The Empress card, if you look at this picture, is symbolizing abundance. And it's symbolizing something that I believe most of us want to experience, which is instead of having a lack, right, we have a surplus. Because of the work you've done, because of how nurturing you are and how supportive you are, this is why you're bringing in your family. It kind of comes in through and through. Close family members, a new love. I do want to lean in on that. Eros is the god of love, right? And then you also have the crystal quartz on top of that. It's a clarified message. Love will be abundant in your life. What I love about this reading is it's not just about romantic love. So I don't want to just focus on that, but I don't want to pass it up either, because I feel like some of you listening, you needed that confirmation. A new love is coming your way. But if you're already in a loving relationship, it's like it's being reinvigorated. And if you already have, like, maybe you have some family members you're not so close to, it's almost like a fresh step. You can start, you will get through whatever hurdle's happening and you'll start working towards something together. Ultimately, this is an incredibly promising reading, because we're talking about, with the Empress card coming in, you have nurturing relationships now, because you've been so nurturing, because you've been willing to carry the burden and hold responsibility. Now you're calling in your mirror. You're calling in people who are willing to put in the work that at one point maybe it was just you, but now the people in your life reflect your energy. They reflect the Knight of Pentacles energy of hard work. They reflect the Empress card of being incredibly nurturing, of being abundant. That's what's happening here. Now, following it up actually mirrors the Ten of Wands. We're looking at the Ten of Swords here. All these swords in the back. This is right under the Queen of Wands. When we think about where's your luck coming, if you really ponder on the Ten of Wands, Ten of Wands does play in here very well, because we're looking at releasing your burden here, because you have other people to help you carry the load. What I see here for the Ten of Swords is the fact that painful endings come with bright new beginnings. I'll say that again. Painful endings come with bright new beginnings. Anything that you need to let go of, we can say like a dated friendship. I've had this happen to me a few times in my life, which is that friendships that are very one-sided. And then when you stand in setting boundaries, those boundaries aren't always appreciated. Well, that could be it for you. It could be a painful ending in a relationship as well. Maybe you're in a romantic relationship that needed to come to an end. Maybe it's an end of a business partnership. Whatever the case, there's hope. There's going to be that massive luck that's coming your way, is these painful endings will be done, and you can hearken in definitely new beginnings. So at this, I'm going to shuffle. And I'm asking what massive luck is coming your way. So now it's followed up with the Eight of Cups. So we talked about this painful ending. And as suspected, the Eight of Cups came flying out. Well, why does it matter it came flying out? I'll tell you, it's because with the Eight of Cups energy, we're talking about a consistent story here. We're talking about when you leave something behind, something better can come along. And this is the Nine of Cups, which talks about emotional stability and satisfaction. So I misread what this card was, but that's okay. I stick by it. When we leave something behind, we're stepping into more stability, luxury, manifestation. What did we say about the Ten of Swords? We said painful endings go to bright beginnings. Your bright beginning is the Nine of Cups that comes in and says, dream fulfillment, dream come true, call in that luxury, call in the emotional stability. You're having better relationships coming into your life. Now, we also see here that came out, which was the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is this resting bear here. Hoping that it comes through. I have kind of a glare, so it's hard for me to see the camera lens. So, the Four of Swords. So let's just sit with this energy a little bit. This energy is talking about relaxation, right? About rest. The way I see this is you'll have time to rest for the first time in a lot of ways, because it's directly underneath what? Your burden. 10 of Wands. It's directly underneath your 10 of Wands energy. That burden. You can release it now. Now you have ways to relax. Now you have ways to rest. You're comfortable to do that because you have a support system, because it's not all on your back anymore. The next card up, the Seven of Wands wraps up this piece. And the Seven of Wands, we're looking at, yet again, is talking about these people that are coming into your life. These are people who have conviction and they're willing to persevere. These are people who are able to stand up with and challenge things with you and for you. It's not on you anymore, pile one. You're not alone. You have plenty of people who have your back. That's the massive luck that's coming in. The days of feeling like it's all on your back have come to an end. Doesn't mean you're not going to have difficult times, but now your difficult times, you'll have someone who's supporting you along the way. You'll have people who have your back along the way. And pile one, this is your massive luck coming in. So now the next question I'm going to ask is how? How is it going to come in? So I'm going to bring some of these cards up so it's easy to read as we keep pulling. Okay. How is the massive luck coming in for pile one? How is the massive luck coming in for pile one? Chariot card. I think you've done some really, I feel like some of it's kind of answered, like you've gone through and put some great energy into the world, pile one. You have Two of Cups in reverse. How is this coming in? How are you manifesting this massive luck? Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Swords in the upright, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And one more card. How are you? How are you manifesting this massive luck? Two of Swords. Right out the gate, there's two queens, so some duality here, and then Two of Cups and Two of Swords. Two may mean something to you, okay? Definitely some duality. And of course, we already had 10 reflected here. All right, so let's get through it. First things first, the Chariot card. The Chariot card really talks about how are you going to do this? What I'm seeing this as is you've decided to assert yourself, to stand up for yourself when you need to start setting boundaries. And with that, having the willpower to see it through. Okay, so people talk about boundaries a lot. It's hard to see it through. Sometimes it's hard to set them, but then the second somebody challenges you, it can be very easy to give in. What I see here is you don't give in. You're practicing to hold firm. This is how you're bringing it in. Okay? But how else? What else is happening in your life? Well, the Two of Cups is in reverse. So the Two of Cups here talks about you're no longer closing your eyes to areas where you distrust people. So you're starting to look at things very realistically, especially relationships. And you're seeing areas where maybe there's some distrust. Maybe there's something that just seemed off. You're paying attention to the red flags. You're no longer overlooking it to make someone else comfortable. You're very clear on just if something seems off, you're comfortable with looking at that and not flinching when you're doing so. Okay, so this comes to the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I'll hold this card up. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so this card talks about you're gaining some independence and you're taking care of yourself on a personal level. So what I see here is you're implementing like self-care routines into your life. You're starting to, not give every second of your life to someone else to support them. You understand even taking 5 minutes of time for yourself is important, maybe even for your sanity, right? But you're doing it now, and this is something you wouldn't have done before. This is followed up very quickly with the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords in the upright talks about clear boundaries again and unbiased judgment. So you're very clear as you have the sword in your hand here. You're very clear on when to pay attention when something's off, and you're trusting your instincts. It could be you're trusting your instincts for the first time, or it could be just the simple fact that through recent experiences, you are, we'll say, enforcing your instincts at a greater level. Okay, and then we have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords really talks about making a choice, and a difficult one. You've been in this position several times where you've had to make difficult choices. In the past, you've worried less for yourself and more about the other person, which is a beautiful quality, Pile 1. The idea that you care about other people so much that you would put them first, hats off to you. A lot of people wouldn't do that. But what I see here is that now you're learning a sense of balance in a different way. You're able to, instead of avoid a difficult conversation, step into it and make tough decisions when you need to. You're also good about weighing your options. So when you have difficult choices, you're weighing out like, okay, I think I'm gonna go this way. I think I'm gonna go this way. And you're way more flexible about giving yourself grace. Because I think that's the hardest part, right? It's like, how do you give yourself grace in this process? So that's something that you've definitely learned to do. Okay. And with that, we're going to switch over to some oracle cards. I'm going to ask, what action do you need to perform? So what action does Pile 1 need to perform to bring this massive luck into your life? What action do you need to perform? Okay, I have one card. Let's pull out one more for clarity. What action do you need to perform? Okay, so Valkyries came out, redemption. If you feel like you need redemption to deserve what you're bringing in, you don't. I don't think this message is for all of you, but for the ones that need to hear it, you don't need redemption. You're completely deserving of this. So know that. The other one is irresistibility. The way I see this play out in your reading today is, know that you should be irresistible to the people that love you. There shouldn't be any resistance to wanting to make you happy or to doing things to support you or to love you, to meet you halfway. And Pile 1, you're a reasonable person. You're not somebody who's asking for something that's out of scope. And I think if you are and you realize, oh, that wasn't realistic, then you would own that and move on. But what I'm seeing here is that your basic needs can be met. They should see you as irresistible. They should want to do those things for you. And the right people in your life, this massive luck coming through, the people in your life will treat you that way. They'll treat you as a treasure. So, okay, we're definitely on track with the redemption as well. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Pile 1, if you have any doubt, the Moonology card came in very clear. Bring love into the situation with the new moon in Aquarius. The way you can bring love into the situation is remembering that if someone really loved you, would they treat you this way? If someone really loved you, would they fight your boundaries? Like, there's a lot of things to kind of ask yourself. Is this a reflection of love, or is this a reflection of somebody else's stuff? I'm actually going to cover this card up because what I just said there plays very well into the Queen of Swords energy. Remember, she's making clear, decisive decisions. She's not doubting her boundaries. She's owning her voice, and she's cutting through the BS, right, with her sword. That's what you're doing here. Last card up, and so fitting, a new romantic cycle begins. If you're seeking a new relationship, this is confirmation through the Oracle deck that that's definitely in the cards for you. But if you're not seeking a new romantic relationship, notice how it says a new romantic cycle. Could be in your current relationship. You just get reinvigorated. It's a new day, a new season. And it's something to get very excited over. Okay. Pile 1. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I had fun with this reading. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and share a comment. Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know if these messages resonated. Okay, and with that, I will talk to you later. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. Thanks for joining me. If you selected the Rose Quartz or Hermes Communication, this is your reading. So I'll hold up Hermes actually as I'm reading. I'm going to read from the Gods and Titans guidebook, and it's just going to give us it's just a quick little blurb, but it's going to kind of point out the focus of this reading. So, what massive luck is coming your way, Pile 2? Here's what it says about Hermes communication. The spotlight is on your communication skills. This is a time to develop your emotional intelligence and integrity. Okay, Pile 1. Oh, sorry, Pile 2. Let's get started. I'll be using the Light Seers Tarot deck. And we're asking Spirit, where is Pile 1's luck coming? What massive luck is coming your way? Pile 1. Too many cards. But first one I fill out is King of Pentacles. We'll also take the 8 of Cups. Okay. Where is your luck coming? Pile 1. No, Pile 2. I keep doing that. So if Pile 1 appealed to you, please take a look. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. What massive luck is coming your way? Pile 2. Okay. 3 of Swords. That actually came out upright. Okay. And it looks like that's as much as I can fit in this view. Got it. All right, so what massive luck is coming your way? Well, they start out pretty bold. The King of Pentacles. So what massive luck is coming your way? Well, what I see here is your leadership abilities is going to take you to an incredibly abundant, wealthy lifestyle. So luck is definitely on your side when it comes to wealth, abundance, definitely being a strong leader. I see it in business as well as in other areas. As reflected in Hermes communication card, they talked about working on emotional intelligence and like really communicating clearly. I see that as something that's a skill of yours since you are a natural leader. So the massive luck coming your way is success. Success in the financial abundance realm as well as in a leadership realm, really holding your own and presenting yourself as the person you want to be. This is followed up by the 8 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups symbolizes something that you're able to walk away from one opportunity to see growth in another opportunity. You're able to leverage past experiences to be this King of Pentacles. So if there's something that recently happened where maybe an opportunity didn't play out the way you thought it would, or there's something a little off, this is a confirmation for you, pile 2, that you have a lot of success coming your way because you saw through this difficult time and you've learned a lot about it. This is actually what's going to hoist you into this King of Pentacles energy. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles energy in reverse. And this talks about the ability to have, the way I see it for you is that with this previous situation, you had like a limited opportunity for success. Seven of Pentacles is certainly less than a King of Pentacles, right? You have several stages to go before you get there. So what you could see as an opportunity stunted, because you're like, well, there's still opportunity there. There really wasn't when you're already the King of Pentacles. Stepping into where you're meant to be on a leadership perspective is where you're headed. So this is just further confirmation for you that you are the King of Pentacles, and this journey that you went on right before, it ended the way it was supposed to. You walked away when you're supposed to. It also reflects the Three of Wands energy, comes right out after that, which plays into, what is she doing? She's looking out. I feel almost longingly. She's looking out at, looking ahead. She has the surfboard in her hand. Obviously, she has plans. She wants to explore somewhere. She wants to go do something, right? She wants to go surfing. This card represents growth and expansion. So the massive luck coming in is you will have opportunities for growth and expansion. Further secures you as the King of Pentacles. So we're going to go on and we're going to ask the question, what massive luck is coming your way, pile 2? What massive luck is coming pile 2's way? Temperance. It's a great card to follow up the King of Pentacles. What massive luck is coming pile 2's way? The Two of Pentacles. Upright. What massive luck is coming pile 2's way? Six of Cups. And we see the Tower. Okay. So, the Temperance card plays out a very interesting notion because it's on top of the King of Pentacles. So you have that physical abundance. What I want to point out here is that two things. First is that this card represents something of balance, of patience, of purpose. Because you're true to who you are and this decision that you made here, and really being like excited for growth and being ready for the opportunity, you step into this sense of balance. So I want you to look here. You have both the moon and the sun, and they're perfectly in balance of each other. You see the energies swirling equally back and forth. When you think of this energy in real life, this is talking about your ability to balance your skills in whatever environment you're in, where you're a leader. You have come to develop these skills, and what they saw you as, which we'll say like Seven of Pentacles, you're really the King of Pentacles. You've hit mastery level. So that's why I see the significance of the card 14, Temperance, sitting on top of King of Pentacles. And I never say the card numbers typically for Major Arcana. So whenever I say them, I'm like, usually that means something to somebody. So 14 could mean something to you. It could also mean, it could be something significant to look out for. But whatever it is, what we're seeing here is that you've hit this sense of balance. Now the Two of Pentacles keeps talking about this sense of balance. It's almost like Spirit wants to keep reiterating this. So when we look at this, it's, what is it? It's 2. And typically in the upright format for Pentacles, we're talking about trying to, balance a lot of priorities, adapting and struggling to keep balance. But I see this as this was when you chose to walk away, when this balancing act didn't make sense anymore. You honored it. And hence why massive luck is coming your way. You have fortune, you have money coming your way. You have success and being a respected leader coming your way. Abundance. these deep-seated goals that you've had and held for a long time, kind of close to your soul, are coming your way. Then we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups in the upright shows a child and a man, and then a puppy and a grown dog, right? And Six of Cups. The Seven of Pentacles, how is in reverse, and we talked about your stunted growth in this opportunity. The Six of Cups comes in and reminded you in this moment of what you've dreamed of, right? Your childhood dreams, your memories, what you really want. It doesn't mean you had to be this small to be going after what you want. It could just simply mean when you started going after this goal, and that excitement, that sense of innocence, and that desire for discovery was getting lost. And that is one of the reasons why the Seven of Pentacles had to go. This opportunity had to go, why you had to walk away. Again, so we keep getting reiterated with this story and this idea, and it's kind of a mixed bag for you. In the first one, we did a lot of where your luck is coming from, and then it was how. I feel like this is mixed with the how. It's telling you all of the different reasons why massive luck is coming to you. It's like confirming to you, yes, you are the King of Pentacles, and maybe you're not exactly that today, but this is why massive luck is coming your way, because all of these things. So if you're resonating with this what is coming to pass with these cards, please let me know, send a comment, because I think this is very specific, but I also see how this can resonate, because if you had a dream that you're going after, or if you were in a position, we'll say at a job or building a business or whatever, but then you start to see that it was almost like your dreams were limited and you needed to walk away, this is confirmation for you, you did the right thing, because in order to be a King of Pentacles, you have to be able to reflect everything that you are. So the Tower card comes in next. A lot of people dread the Tower card, but in this reading, it's actually perfect, even down to perfect timing. Because the Tower card reminds us everything has to come down eventually, right? There's a downfall here. There's an upheaval. There's a revelation. Your revelation is really what kicks all of this off. Your personal Tower moment, when you realize something needs to change, that's what this is talking about here. You had that moment and you realized things had to change as you step into the King of Pentacles energy. Okay, because we mixed up a little bit of the how, it just came out that way, I'm going to ask more on where is pile 2's massive luck coming from? And can we get clarification on the King of Pentacles? Okay, we have the Fool and we have the Wheel coming out right out the gate. A lot of major arcana coming through to give you more clarification. Oh, now they're showing off. 2 more cards dropped out of the deck. King of Swords and the Emperor. And then what I love is the back of the deck is the 6 of Wands, Victory. Okay, you guys have massive luck coming your way. We know it's financial, but we're going to find out a bit more about it. Okay, so the Fool card starts it off. This card is completing the story of the how. I loved how yours came out because it was so natural. I didn't even have to ask the questions. It just kind of told us the story, told us the outcome. So now we're getting more on the outcome. So what it's telling us here with the Fool card is because your willingness to start new, you're willing to start anew, because you walked away, right? We talked about this. Because you saw that, like, your initial dreams and your sense of like spontaneity about what you're going after was lost. And because this Tower moment happened, you instantly was willing to step into Fool energy. You're instantly willing to be the Fool, walk off this cliff, right? And take the risk. And with that, the wheel starts turning in your favor. That's right, pile 2, the wheel came out next. And it's turning in your favor because you've done the work. Because you did one of the hardest things it is to do, which is to realize you're headed in the wrong direction, at least the wrong direction for you, to stop, redirect. And with that, you instantly turn the wheel in your favor because you're willing to start anew. So what I see here for the Wheel card for you is that you're stepping into your destiny, and it is a major turning point. Then the King of Swords came out. So we started with the King of Pentacles. This is further talking about your gifts as a leader. We already know you're a leader. We already know that you have wealth coming in and you have luxury and all these things. The other benefits of your leadership, the other things you have to offer, is you're incredibly intelligent, pile 2. And you can be incredibly powerful when you need to be. You have a sense of authority that people respect. You tell the truth, not brutally, but with precision. And most importantly, pile 2, you have the sense of mental clarity. You are a true leader in your own right. All right. Then what else, what other manifestation, what else is happening? What massive luck is coming your way? It comes out with the Emperor card. They keep telling us you're a leader, pile 2. There's no doubt. You're definitely a leader. So the Emperor card came out. And what this card really is you notice what he's holding? He's holding the king. You have 2 kings in your reading. You have the Hierophant in your reading. And now you have the Emperor. You represent the fact of a true leader, born leader. When you move, everyone else moves. You're the one that sets the tone. You're the one that makes the hard decisions. And this is who you are. This is who you're born to be. This is why this massive luck is coming your way. You don't get this many leadership cards if you're not born to lead. You are born to lead, pile 2. Now this is further because we needed further confirmation, right? The back of the deck, 6 of Wands. That's how we're going to wrap this part of the reading. Because how do you wrap it better, right? The 6 of Wands is talking about victory, success, public acclaim. Can you do better than that? Like, you're not just going to be a leader. You're going to be a leader everybody recognizes as an amazing leader. Like I said, when you move, people move. They follow you. You are a leader in your space. You're the person who's setting the tone. You can be everything you've envisioned yourself to be and have the victory of it and have the accolades of it and have the applause of it if the applause comes into play. Own this. Own it. Remember with our Hermes, when we read it at the beginning, and it's interesting, with pile 1, I wasn't pulled to read it again, but I'm pulled to read it again for you. The spotlight is your communication skills, as reflected in the King of Swords, right? This is the time to develop your emotional intelligence and your integrity. You're already doing it. It's just a confirmation to continue. Okay, with that, pile 2, let's pull some oracle cards. First, I'm going to pull from the Goddess and Sirens deck. We're going to get confirmation on what action you need to take. All right, so what action do you need to take? Oh, I don't know. The how came out a little short. Hold on. Let's pull some tarot cards first. What action you need to take. I don't want you to feel shortchanged on this reading. Okay, so what action do you need to take? We have 6 of Pentacles in reverse came out. And pull these up. So now we're talking about what action does pile 2 need to take to bring about these blessings, to be victorious, right? So what action does pile 2 need to take to bring this massive luck in? The World. Now you're just showing off. Pile 2. So you have the 6 of Pentacles, you have the World. The Queen of Pentacles, pile 2, I can't. All right, what other card you got? Oh, the 2 of Wands. Okay. A lot of Kings. You have a Queen in here. You have a lot of major arcana. The 6 of Pentacles in reverse. We'll start here. How you can bring about, what action do you need to do in order to bring about this massive luck coming your way? The first action that I see is the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, is really talking about resolving anything that you feel like is unpaid and taking care of yourself. So if you have unpaid debts, or if you feel like you owe somebody something, go ahead and wrap those things up. The next one is the World card. So the World card goes into play with travel, right? Accomplishment, being willing to be seen. Don't hide yourself. That's what I see this card as for you. Don't hide yourself. You know, you already have the scale. So let's just say you're still in the Seven of Pentacles energy and you haven't moved to the King of Pentacles. This is the time that you start looking at how you can introduce yourself to the world as who you are, the King of Pentacles. It doesn't matter if you have a Seven of Pentacles job. Doesn't matter. How do you introduce yourself today as a King of Pentacles? How do you do that? And start really toying with that concept. That's how you're going to get this massive luck coming in your way. That's how you're going to manifest it faster. The Queen of Pentacles. This comes back in. We keep getting this message, right? So what you want to do here is to nurture what you're going after financially and sit in the fact that you know it's coming. Have that confidence. She does not look like she is nervous about anything. You shouldn't be either. Have the confidence that it's coming in and coming through. Okay, so now we have the Two of Wands that comes up next. And the Two of Wands wraps up this energy, but I think it's incredibly important. It talks about the importance of making decisions, planning, setting up a plan, and then moving and moving forward with said plan, right? Moving toward your goal. So one of the actions you can do now, as you're trying to figure out how you're going to introduce yourself as the queen, as a King of Pentacles in your life, is also, okay, then you put together your strategy and really think about what you're longing for. You notice how she's looking out, she's kind of longing for something different. The Two of Wands energy may mean you need to leave something. Well, we already know that. We saw it up here. But for the purpose of this part of the reading, lean into your originality. Lean into what makes you special, what makes you different, what sets you apart. That is how, and that is the action that you will need, right? That is how you'll bring it in. That is the action you will need to do to bring it in. Okay, so now we're ready, I believe, to go into the Oracle card. So I'm asking what action is going to come up in the Goddess and Siren. What action does Pile 2 need to take to bring this in even faster? Commitment. We're not surprised you're a born leader. You know it takes commitment. So that's the first one up. Okay, what else? What action? Oh, Pele. Purpose. Lean into your purpose. Lean into what you believe you're meant to do. Don't be shy about it. I think sometimes it's hard. It's hard to really be honest with ourselves because, you know, you're taking a risk. When you go after something new, you're taking a risk. And sometimes it's hard, especially if you feel like we'll say your skills weren't always appreciated. Okay, shuffle a little bit. So now I'm going to be pulling from Moonology deck, and we're going to pull a few more cards. How perfect. New Moon in Gemini, communication is key. Reiterating the message from Hermes, you can't make that up. As you're doing this process, your communication is incredibly important. So make sure that you are constantly communicating what's true to you. What do you need to release? Kind of back to that initial read, right? When we saw, we talked about walking away from something. What do you need to release? Waning Moon. So think about that, meditate on it, and when it's time, you'll do it. You don't really need to do it today necessarily. Just know it will come up. I'm going to put this over here. And the last card up actually marries very well with what we ended the reading with the Two of Wands. Your dreams need a practical plan. It is time for you to start really thinking about how can you become what you envision for yourself. Massive luck is coming your way. This is your manifestation, Pile 2. So with that, you are a born leader. You have abundance coming your way. You have accolades, recognition. You're going to be a master in your space. You have all that coming through pile 2. So all you have to do is get clear and set a practical plan on how you can kick it off to go ahead and accept this massive luck coming your way. Okay, with that, thank you so much for joining me, pile 2. I appreciate you guys. Send me a like if you enjoyed the reading, subscribe, and maybe even send me a comment. I would love to hear if this who this resonated with, this pile. And yeah, with that, I will hopefully we'll see you again in the next pick a card reading. All right, take care. Hello, pile 3. Thanks for joining me. If you selected the, what is this, labradorite bracelet, or the Green Man Abundance card, this is your reading. I'm going to go ahead and read from the Gods and Titans card, and I'm just going to read the quick little blurb that talks about this card. So, Green Man Abundance says, prosperity and growth are bursting forth. Any seed you plant now will flourish. Okay. So, pile 3, we're going to be talking about prosperity and growth. And with that, I'm going to start pulling some cards. The question we have for Spirit today is, what massive luck is coming your way, pile 3? What massive luck is coming your way? The Hanged One in reverse. Cool. Very different energy tonight. Each deck has been very different. Page of Swords. What massive luck is coming your way? The Hermit came out in reverse. Bring that down a little bit. I have a little bit of a glare, so I'm not sure if that looks okay. Knight of Swords came out. And that should do it for now. Okay, so what massive luck is coming your way, pile 3? We start out with the Hanged One, otherwise known as the Hanged Man, right? What I'm seeing here is that you have stepped into a much higher spiritual space. The way I would describe that is you're able to just let go. You know how people say let go and let God? Like, you're able to just let go and let abundance flow to you. You're able to just receive. You understand sitting in receptive energy. This is the massive luck that's coming your way. Now, I want to point out, this is very different than the other readings, because the other readings is more like direct, like you're getting luck in this area. For you, you are literally getting lucky, meaning you can direct this energy anywhere you want. You want luck in relationships, you want luck in money, you want luck in your career, you want luck in whatever you're going after, you can bring it in. The Hanged One truly represents here the fact that you are getting this ability to surrender and receive abundance. That's pretty incredible. Okay, so we're going to step out with the next card here, which is the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords energy really talks about you have such an ability and a desire for new knowledge. You're constantly seeking. And because of that, all of that knowledge that's kind of coming into you right now, all of the things that you pursue, it could to some people feel like you're pursuing energy, or you're pursuing knowledge in areas that seem disparate. For you, it will play together beautifully. Because you've surrendered and you're just allowing and receiving and taking in what's congruent and what makes sense for you, because you've hit that level of, frankly, it's not even maturity. I would say it's like it's kind of even hard to describe. It's like you've ascended to this level, okay? You're at a very high level. Because you've done that, everything that you're doing, it doesn't matter if it even makes sense to the person next to you, probably won't. It will all play together and relate to hitting any goal, anything that you want to go after. You're pretty much becoming a true and like powerful manifester. That is really what's happening here. This green man abundance reflects overall abundance, but what you're creating here is manifestation power that you can bring into the rest of your life. Okay, so then the Hermit card comes in, and the Hermit is in reverse. So what I see this as is, instead of seeing the negativity of, at times, sorry, I just bumped the camera. Instead of seeing the negativity at times of being the hermit, right? Of being alone, of feeling isolated, feeling lonely, you have turned that on its head. Again, you're the hanged one. You see things differently. So when you have hermit times, when you have times that maybe not a lot of people are around you, you seize these opportunities and you know how to use them. So really, pile 3, you have an insane amount of talent here. Because what happens is, even if you were to notice like, oh, I'm feeling a little lonely, or man, I wish I had this or that, or it comes as quickly as it goes. This is the massive luck that's coming in because you appreciate your quiet time. You're not bothered by it. And even if you don't have someone to share your life with in this moment, you're completely fulfilled on your own. You have hit this hanged one level, okay? You've hit this massive success. The hanged one is card 12. I want to point this out because I don't ever look at these numbers. 12 may be of significance to you. The number 11 could be significant to you. Just, keep that in mind. If it resonates, fine. If it doesn't, leave it, right? Now we have the Knight of Swords. It's following up. So you're comfortable being alone. We're just going to restate. You're very comfortable going after your own path. Look at this woman for Page of Swords. She's wearing this short, cute dress, right? Low cut. She's not trying to hide her body. She's got these thigh-high boots on. Well, almost thigh-high. We'll say knee-high boots. And she has these butterfly wings that are obviously attached to her. She's rocking a sword. She's got bold makeup on, bold earrings. She's styling, right? She's going for it. That's how true you are to yourself. This woman doesn't look like she's ever cared, gave one thought to what people are going to think about her when she got dressed that morning, right? She just got dressed and took off. That is your energy because you're in this hanged one. So how does the Knight of Swords relate to all of this? How does it come playing in? Your Knight of Swords talks about just because you are this ethereal, amazing spiritual being, you still are very ambitious. You still have action on your brain. You still want to accomplish some stuff. Look at this woman. She's styling too, right? She's not necessarily a classically dressed for a horse, and she's going for it with her sword in the air. The sword energy, if you're an air sign, this is confirmation for you. You don't have to be an air sign, but I do believe there's definitely some air signs listening. This is also a confirmation for anyone who's gone through a spiritual journey, had the dark night of the soul, and is coming out on the other side right now. This is where you're at. You may even sit back and be like, I don't feel like I'm there yet, but it resonates. It resonates because you're there. It's kind of hard sometimes to see because it's not like you get a graduation certificate, right? Like it resonates because you're there. So massive luck coming your way. Pile 3, I'm not going to lie, I'm very excited about your reading. And I really enjoyed the other 2. So you guys are kind of blowing my mind right now. Massive luck coming your way. What massive luck is coming pile 3's way? 3 of Wands in reverse. Okay. Will it fit? It should kind of fit if I go up a little bit. Yep. 5 of Cups. Upright. The Sun card, of course, right? Massive luck coming your way. Too many cards fell out. I'm going to keep shuffling. What massive luck is coming? Okay, pile 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups was a big theme in pile 2. So if pile 2 appealed to you and you're on the fence, I would say go back and watch it after you finish this read. All right. So what massive luck is coming your way? We start off with the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands talks about, what I see it as, especially in reverse, is that any obstacles, because it's on top of the Hanged One, any obstacles you struggled with in the past, like when obstacles come up now, is a totally different story. So in the past, it could have froze you. You could have gotten really upset. Like it stops like any type of hope for having the abundant light you desire. Now, you see it as what it is. You look at it, you're like, okay, well, maybe there's a delay here. Maybe I'm not meant to have this, and you move on. You keep it moving. You don't get shell-shocked and worried and stressed and all the different things that can happen when things don't go our way. Instead, you flow with it in such a natural, congruent way that even when you have these moments of disruption, you very naturally fall back into this energy of acceptance. You've done the work, pile 3. It's very, very impressive. So then you have the 5 of Cups next. This is on top of the Page of Swords. So your 5 of Cups energy here talks about how you've transformed disappointment. You've transformed the feeling of regret, right? So needing to please others and that leads to regret. It's on top of the Page of Swords. I'm going to go back and hold this up again because it's important. Remember how bold she is? Do you see how covered up she is, the 5 of Cups? This was the previous energy. This is the energy you're transmuting. This is an energy you've healed from because you're no longer living in regret. You know, I wish I would have wore those boots. No, you wore the boots, right? I wish I would have said that thing. I wish I would have, gone for that job. I wish I would have asked that person out. Whatever it is, you're no longer that person. Your massive luck coming in is you're stepping into your ultimate self. I'll repeat that. You're stepping into your ultimate self. You are a master manifester. You're no longer the person of the past. You've literally graduated from this mindset. Now we go back into what follows this up, the Sun card. Because, why not? It's already a sunny reading. Let's make it even sunnier. You have been enlightened. What is enlightenment on top of? The Hermit card. It was the Hermit in reverse. Why is she holding a lantern? You literally have a card of enlightenment on top of it. You literally have a card of warmth. All the enlightenment you've been seeking externally, now you feel internally. Now, yes, it doesn't mean you don't have bad days, but your default is more content. Your default is more happiness. Your default is living in the warmth, living in the sun, right? Now you've been rewarded with a sense of vitality too. And that vitality shows, even if you're in a hermit phase, even if you don't have a lot of people around you, even if you had to clean out the closet, right, of anybody who's not supporting you anymore. 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups comes up next, and the 8 of Cups is a card of walking away. This is the one card where I said you may want to listen to pile 2. I'm going to say something I've never said in a reading, but I feel called to say it. You're such a manifester. You can pick any other group that appeals to you. You'll manifest that too. You're in the vibe right now. You're in the zone. So this is in some ways may serve as a confirmation, but you're also thinking like, maybe I need more ideas on what to manifest. Remember I said you can manifest anything. You may want to look at any of the piles and pick another one after this pile and hone in where you want to go. But to be honest with you, you can manifest anything. There's no limit. You've done the work. You're very clear. The 8 of Cups was very important in pile 2. It's very important here because to be the Hanged One means you had to walk away from previous beliefs. It means you had to walk away from difficult, maybe difficult people, could be difficult friendships, relationships. It could be difficult circumstances. You had to walk away and choose yourself, right? you had to perform an action to get where you're at, as reflected by the Knight of Swords, right? We talked about that's an action-oriented card. You had to do action. You had to walk away with the Eight of Cups. Okay. So now I'm going to keep asking more. I'm just so into your reading. So yours may go a little long, but I don't think it will. Okay. We're going to ask how soon, but I just want to do one more. What luck is coming in? Only because your luck is so... I mean, you're the Hanged One. You can bring in anything. Okay, so we got the Ace of Swords coming out. Good amount of sword energy still, so that's consistent. You also have some water energy here with cups, so you could be a water sign as well. You don't have to be. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords here. I keep shuffling, but what I see with the Ace of Swords right out the gate is whatever you really go through, you're going to be a breakthrough and success. Yeah, the Lover's card. Oh my goodness, I already see where this is going. Because I gave that message, they're kind of saying, like, you know what, if they don't want to listen to the other piles, they need to get on with it. We're going to show them everything you can manifest. And I see it coming through without even, you guys are hearing me shuffle, it's insane. You have Pentacles, you have the Lovers, you have the Swords energy. You can literally manifest anything you want. They ended off with the Justice card. What a beautiful reading, pile 3. You guys are showing off. I thought pile 2 showed off, but you guys are definitely showy. Okay. So the Ace of Swords, we kick this off. What massive luck is coming your way? It is dealer's choice or choose them all. You are the one, pile 3. Own it. Please send me a comment. Say I own being pile 3 because you should. You're literally the GOAT. You could choose whatever you want. You could choose all of them. World is your oyster. So the Ace of Swords, what does this represent? We're talking about breakout success. We're talking about whatever new idea you just decide to go after, it will be a success. You have all of the skills to make it come together. You have you've done all of the work. You have the passion. You have the vitality, the positive thinking, the ability to walk away, the ability to be alone, the ability to stand true in your own skin. Like, this is who you are. The ability to see your mistakes and not mourn them, but to move on. This is why you can literally have an idea and you can bring it into a breakout success. It is a breakthrough. That is what Ace of Swords is. We come in with the Lover's card next. This is an obvious one. If you are seeking a relationship, a new relationship, you want love in your life, maybe not even a romantic love. It could be more of a friendship love. Like, that's fine. But you want love in your life. You're calling it in. This is confirmation you can call it in. This card represents love. It represents relationships. It represents just harmony. It represents having a closeness, right? This is everything that you can have. Bliss. I didn't even say that. Bliss. You can call in bliss, pile 3. In addition to calling in, yeah, I want breakthrough success too. You can do both. What other things can you call in? Well, the Knight of Pentacles is showing you yet another option. This talks about hard work. And we already know you're hardworking. We know you're action seeking. And with the Pentacles, that means you can call in financial abundance. So if you think about it, you combine what you're calling in with the Ace of Swords, having this breakthrough and being this success, and then you combine it with the Pentacles energy, you know you'll see the financial abundance that complements that. And then, of course, you can come home to somebody who loves you and takes care of you with the Lover's card. All right, so what does the Justice card represent here? How does this play out for you? I think this is a confirmation for you, and I think this pile keep telling you this, but we want to lean into it. Your manifestation, whatever you choose, will be fair and it will be just, okay? You've done everything. You've been accountable, right? You've stood in your truth and been honest to yourself and others. So that's why fairness, like, it's going to be like fair and just. It's setting the world right. It's like the universe owes you a debt, okay? All you have to do is accept and receive. That's how we started this whole reading out, the Hanged One, right? It's about accepting and receiving. That's all you have to do here. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to ask, wow, what a reading. Okay. All right, we're going to pull a couple of cards. Yours is going to go a little longer, but it's just because it's so crazy. Okay, so we're going to ask how you can bring this in, your manifestation in. 5 of Pentacles. How can you bring this manifestation in? 10 of Cups. I love it. Very happy reading. Very abundant. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, you should definitely watch Pile 2. If it appeals to you, right? But Pile 2 for sure. The Tower. The Tower was a big card in Pile 2. Okay. So, 5 of Pentacles. What is that telling? So now we're asking the how. The 5 of Pentacles talks about avoiding a lack mindset. So sometimes it's going to happen. You are very evolved. You've worked hard. You know your stuff. It's just catching yourself whenever you think in a lack mindset. You think you can't have something or that's not practical. Stop yourself in your tracks and then remind yourself you're the Hanged One. You can manifest anything. Remind yourself of this reading. Listen to it a couple times if you have to. Just make sure you remember that you can manifest anything you want. You literally pulled like a golden ticket, like Willy Wonka style, right? I didn't even know this was an option, frankly. So this was not intended when I laid out this card, Green Man Abundance. I had no idea it was coming from it. I kind of assumed the obvious, which would be financial abundance. And we see financial abundance is just a tip of the iceberg. You can have whatever you want. Okay, the 10 of Cups came out next. The 10 of Cups is telling you, sit in your joy, envision your dreams, allow yourself to believe you could have it all. Allow yourself to think in that and live in that and breathe in that. That's all you have to do. This is actually fairly easy steps, right? Fight your mind from being negative, and I would say pivot that around to dreaming, maybe building vision boards, doing whatever it is to keep you excited about your dreams, but allowing yourself to see this ideal vision of your life and know that you could get there. Know that that's something you can manifest because you pulled the abundance card. Then we have the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles comes in and talks about this long-term view. Like, have a long-term vision too. You will continue to be this person when these come true. You'll continue to be a manifester. So remember, you're not just manifesting for this one time. It has to be perfect. If that's what's stopping you or holding you back, don't allow yourself to see it that way. Instead, decide no, I can have this now. I can pursue my dreams now. I can get all these cards, know it's fair and just, and call in even more at a later time. This is all possible. Pile 2. Hold on 1 second. I just have to turn on this light here because I think that the sun is kind of going down. So, okay. Sorry about that. I know it adds a glare. Okay. So then the last card that came up is the Tower. The Tower card is actually kind of an exciting card in your reading. It is different than Pile 2. And the fact that for you, whenever you start feeling a little anxious, allow the Tower to come. Anytime you feel like I'm kind of over this, allow the Tower to come. You can handle Tower moments better than anyone. You're able to release it and allow it to happen because you are awakened, Pile 3. And you continue to go through awakening processes. So because, as we talked about, have a long-term vision with your manifestations, the Tower card is reminding you that whatever doesn't work for you, even in the next cycle, will go away and you'll bring in new. It's nothing to be afraid of anymore. The Tower card is actually a very powerful card in your reading because it's promising you. It's a promise. Whatever you manifest and you don't like it, you can tear it down, build it anew. This is a totally different way to see the tarot card, and I love it. Okay, with that, let's switch over to your oracle cards because I did go a little long on your reading. The first thing up, I'm actually going to pull the Goddess and Sirens deck. And we're just going to ask what action you need to take. So we asked a little bit about that now, but I'm just asking, what action do you need to take? Okay. Cycles. Remember to allow everything to move in cycles. I'm going to remind you of the Hanged One, right? This is you staying in your let go energy, surrender energy, allowing it to happen. Remember that there's plenty, okay? There's plenty out there. You can literally manifest all of your dreams, and it's okay. It's okay. That's what you're meant to do. Don't hold back. Okay, we're going to pull some Moonology cards. So yeah, first card out. A personal issue reaches resolution. So this is a promise for you, pile 3. If you're going through something, it's going to be coming to end soon. This is a time to give rather than take. I think this is actually kind of perfect for you because you are such a strong manifester that I think like between gratitude and being giving and all of that will set the tone in such a powerful way. So that makes sense. And the last card out, your commitment is being tested. I would think it's hard to be in your position, pile 3, because, and I've been struggling with this myself, so I definitely relate to it, which is like, when you've done the work, you're kind of in the manifestation mode and you're building your vision for new things and for bigger things and bigger wants. A lot of times it's hard to not kind of revert back into, well, that doesn't seem realistic, or how do I, do I deserve that? All these different kind of little things that come up, and it's just because the world around us has trained us that way for so long. So your commitment is being tested in the simple fact of just being consistent with shutting down those thought processes and pivoting out of them and living in a state of gratitude and living in a state of receiving, being willing to receive. And obviously we talked about, you're willing to work hard. You're willing to put in the effort. You're willing to have a long-term vision. You're already doing those things. So it's just maintaining that going forward. Okay, with that, pile 3, thank you so much for joining me. This was an awesome reading. If you enjoyed the reading, please like and subscribe. Also send me a comment. Let me know who you are out there. I'm just very curious about you. This is a very unusual reading. Okay, with that, take care, pile 3. Talk to you soon. Hello, pile 3. All right. If you selected the Smoky Quartz bracelet or the card Loki play, this is your reading. And I'm actually going to hold up this card Loki. Just give me one moment. I'm going to read from the Gods and Titans Oracle deck, just a quick little write-up about Loki, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. So, we probably know him from Marvel, Loki, I think is played by Tom Hiddleston, but this is what it says. Look at the lighter side of the situation, rediscover your sense of humor and play. Okay. So, rediscovering your sense of humor and play. So, with that, pile 3, we're going to ask, what massive luck is coming your way, pile 3? What massive luck? Where is the massive luck going to be at? Ah, 10 of Swords in reverse. Okay, interesting. Massive luck is coming pile 4's way. Knight of Blades. Pulling from the Supernatural deck, so if you're wondering where these cards are from. If you're a fan of the show, you'll know who some of these characters are. Judgment. Excellent. Okay. What massive luck is coming your way? The Wheel of Fortune. Love it. And of course it's in the upright. And that's enough to get us started. So we start with the 10 of, it's actually called Blades in this deck. And of course it's classically a 10 of Swords in reverse. Right out the gate, we're talking about regeneration, recovery, a fresh start. So the beauty of the 10 of Swords, of course, you know, show you what this is. So this is, I believe this is Sam and Dean falling into the pits of hell. Can't remember what season it is. So in the upright, this would be like painful endings and like, you know, just like loss, just not a good card. In the classic Rider-Waite Tarot, it's all these swords in your back. But in reverse is regeneration. And that's what you got. So right out the gate, you're in a point in your life where you're regenerating, you're building, you are going on to a very exciting, fresh start. That's reiterated by the Knight of Blades. And so the Knight of Blades here is talking about ambition, being fast thinking, moving after what you want with passion and with absolute certainty and confidence. So already, pile 4, what massive luck is coming your way? We're talking about a sense of rebirth. That's what I see this as, is rebirth. And because you selected play, it's going to be fun. This is going to be a fun process. It's not going to be heavy and super deep and you're lost in thought all the time. No, this is going to be fun. You're going to enjoy it. Okay, so we have card 20, Judgment. So Judgment points out something that's kind of interesting for this reading, which is that it continues to tell the rebirth story. So we start here with regeneration, right? Then we talk about you're going after something new and you're taking the bull by its horns, you're going for it. And then when we come back and talk about rebirth with the Judgment card, right? We're talking about having an inner calling, being true to your inner voice. And then that's played up with the Wheel of Fortune. Now the Wheel of Fortune is coming in very clearly and very beautifully to talk about how the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. This is how you can feel very confident that, sorry, I keep messing with these cards, I don't know why. The Wheel of Fortune is talking about the wheel is moving in your favor. There's no way around it. And because the wheel is moving in your favor, you're at a turning point in your life, a very positive one, hence the rebirth. Hence the Loki card, right? It's time to play. Okay, so we have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. And we're asking what massive luck is coming your way, pile 4. We have, interesting, more Blades energy. So if you are an air sign, this definitely could be a reading, like you're reading. You don't have to or have air sign in your chart. The Lover's card has also come out. Okay. Oh, Strength card came out. A lot of major arcana for you. That's great. Especially right out the gate. It's awesome. Okay. So 5 of Pentacles in reverse. This talks about recovery. Again, we're talking about you have come through something, and I don't know what that is. It could be a health thing. It could be like a spiritual awakening. It could be like just financial loss. It could be losing someone that you love, but you're coming through something and you're at the other end of it. So you're not in the grieving end. You're in a literal rebirth, recovery. You're just kind of ready to step into who you are at a whole new level. It's like whatever you went through fired a confidence and a sense of self-worth that I would say is unmatched for you. You've never been as fully yourself as you are today. So then we go into the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords talks about something around strategy. Now you're playing with strategy in a different way. Notice how I said playing with it. You're no longer like worried about winning or worried about getting your way. It's almost like it's a game. I feel like you're kind of seeing how you're creating your next steps in life as a game and less like serious do or die. And with that means you're going to manifest so much faster because you understand that it should be fun. Like you're actually, because of this, I don't know what you've gone through, but you do see life very differently. Because of this like rebirth, recovery energy, you see everything as fun. You see everything as a potential. You could have had a near death experience. If you have, please shoot me a comment, because I feel that may be true. Obviously not for all of you, but for a couple of you who listen to this, I feel like that could be true because you just don't see anything as that heavy anymore. And I find it so interesting because this is like a dark deck. Like it looks kind of like moody. You know, it's very like, there's only a few colors, so it's not like a particularly sunny deck. But what's so great about your reading is it had to be with this deck because it shows no matter what's happening in your life, your mentality is completely switched. Like it's completely switched. Like you see life as play. You see it as fun. You see it as what can I accomplish next? Oh, I get to do this. And it can be in minor ways. It could be in major ways. But that's what I'm seeing here. We follow this up with the Lover's card. And the Lover's card, of course, has that obvious definition. But what I'm seeing for you here is your personal beliefs and your values are completely congruent with like your soul. Like you've completely integrated into the person you want to be. This is on top of the Judgment card, okay? If you think about what we talked about with the Judgment card, was like you're following an inner calling in that rebirth. That rebirth is like you literally were born into these values and these personal beliefs and living your life, making the choices that you've always, like you're stepping into the person you've always wanted to be. And you're having fun along the way. This isn't a serious, heavy journey anymore. It's like you're really having fun with it. It's like you're just tweaking and playing with life here and there. Okay. So then we go into the Strength card. And again, a lot of major arcana for you. Every reading tonight's been incredible, honestly. But yours is just, for being the fourth pile, it's surprising me. It's incredibly strong, very different to all the rest. Every one of you guys is like a fingerprint. So anyway, the Strength card. The Strength card is talking about you have patience and you have courage. You're willing to be patient and see things through, and you have fun along the way. Look, he's a vampire. He's smiling, right? His teeth are showing. You have fun along the way, no matter what you're doing. You just have this sense of lightness and this joy because you're on top of this card, the Wheel of Fortune. You know with absolute certainty the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. Oh, you got the King of Blades. That's the next one up. I'm going to do one more round for you because I just think it's important about massive luck coming your way. So we know the massive luck is you're kind of stepping into life on your own. You're living it on your own terms. That's what you're doing. You're living life on your own terms. And if you watch this show, That is the theme of the show. So I find it so fascinating that this pile really is like, it had to be this deck. It's very interesting to me. The King of Blades. Now you have the Fool's card. Okay. The Tower. And the Nine of Pentacles. I think the Tower came out in almost every reading tonight. I can't remember for pile 1, but I believe it did. Okay. Definitely pile 2 and 3. So, the King of Blades. What massive luck is coming your way, pile 3? Well, because you have such self-mastery in this rebirth, and because you're so clear about who you are and you can hold that leadership position, you can hold a position where you're quiet, but you're quiet and you hold such clarity and mental truth that people ask you your opinion and all of those things. Because you can be all of that, pile 4, you're just like, you're a leader. You're a leader because you're so true to who you are. And what I see for you here is that this mental clarity, you could easily step into the Fool energy. That's why it came out next. You could easily do any new beginning because you have fun with it. You're not sitting here worried about like, oh my God, I have to start all over again. No, it's like it gets you like excited. Like that's like the juice of life for you. Like you're just like, okay, cool. I get to restart. That's on top of this card where we talked about your mental energy and just how you are with the Seven of Blades. Like we discussed the fact that you can just really step into new things now. Like you're unburdened and unbothered. So this Fool energy represents that you're just ready to go down whatever new paths are coming your way. The Tower card, this woman that represents the Tower here and her expression is perfect. Hopefully you can see that. The Tower card represents, what I like about this card for you is you will look at any challenge that powerfully. Like you're not even threatened at all. You look at it now and you're like, well, I'm sure I'll have fun with that. Remember this Strength card, like how you had such a good time along the way. Like you're going to have a great time regardless. And then this just plays out by the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles, we're talking about, you know, this sense of like financial independence. You're not going to struggle financially. So let's step this back. You could restart anything that you want, but the way you see the stage you're at in life now is you're in a rebirth energy, regeneration. You have financial abundance on your way. You're very sure of who you are. You have this strong sense of self. You are patient, and you're able to do any new challenge that comes to you. And by the way, you're doing all of this and facing tower moments, and you're having fun along the way. You're finding reasons to play every day. You're finding reasons to smile every day. So how are you doing this? Pile 4. Let's ask that question. How are you going to do this? Like, how are you able to do this? So the first card out is the Nine of Bones. Definitely some Wands energy here, so you may be a creative. The Hanged Man, more, definitely like some more energy here that's reflective of Wand energy and a lot of major arcana in your deck. Or not in your deck, but in your pile. We have the Three of Cups. Excellent. And the Ace of Bones. Again, doesn't surprise me. I saw a lot of earth energy in this reading. I know I mentioned the sword energy. And then also, of course, the wand energy. I see a lot of creativity and a lot of freeness, a lot of passion. I think that plays in with the Loki energy, right? Like being able to play and have a good time and really seize the moment. So we start out with the Nine of Bones, otherwise known as the Nine of Wands. This energy really talks about you have the ability to just, you have like the ability to just like, you show a lot of resilience, but you can just use staying power. That's what I was looking for, staying power. That's what you have here. This guy in the show is this vampire. I think he's a vampire. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the vampire one. Yeah, you have this ability to just outlast and outperform people around you. And now that you've had this spiritual, like, I call it a spiritual awakening, doesn't mean it's that, but it's like you've had this rebirth and you've been in this sense of recovery and you just really are tired of the BS, very true to who you are. Because you're in that space, like your staying power is like, it's unmatched. Like you're just good. Because you enjoy the process, it's not even a struggle for you, frankly. So then we go into the Hangman energy, represented by Castiel. He's an angel in the show. Okay. This Hangman energy for you, the way I see it, I think you're constantly challenging how you see the world now. You're constantly fighting to see a new perspective. Because you've had, and I would love to do like more on your on your read, specifically pile 3, because I'm curious, like, where is this coming from? So if you could give me some clarity in the comments on what your backstory is or where this is coming from, I'm so curious, because all I'm seeing is that you've healed and it's totally flipped your perspective. Like I said, almost like a near-death experience, or just like something that's just almost shell-shocked into, most of this isn't important. You know, there was it was a kid that I think he had a near-death experience. He's really sick. He was on the Oprah show years and years ago. And I didn't even see the original show, but she did a recap. And it was like, what did he... Oh, and that's what happened. He ended up passing away. And on his deathbed, one of the last things he said was, "Oh my God, Mom, it's so easy. Oh, life is so simple. It's so easy." And it's like, oh, it's so easy. And it's like, I keep thinking about that from your perspective. It's like you've had this awakening where you just see things in a very easy way. That's why you're able to call play into every aspect of your life. That's why no matter what's going on around you, you don't even have to fight for a Hangman perspective. I asked how you're bringing in this massive luck, and they say you have a Hangman perspective. You already have this. So then we come in with the 3 of Pentacles and 3 of Goblets in the deck. This talks about how, I said Pentacles, Cups. The 3 of Cups, otherwise Goblets, celebration, friendship, being willing to collaborate. Like, you work with people incredibly well. Because of your perspective shift, pretty much, if anybody has an issue with you, I can tell you, like, confidently, it's their problem. Like, there's, like, you can relate to anyone. You're just somebody who just gets it. You're cruisy. You're not someone that anybody should want to fight or go after or have an issue with. You're just not. And because of that, collaborations are so easy for you. That's why you're this natural leader, as represented earlier with the King of Blades. People just naturally flock to you, want to seek your advice. You have that clear mental clarity like we talked about earlier. So with that, you have strong friendships. You have great collaborations. You're just the type of person that everybody wants to be around and wants in their life. You bring this sense of joy and play in everything you do. And that's amazing, Pile 4, because everybody just flocks to you for it, and they just wish they can learn something from you on this. How could I get this too, right? This is an amazing quality. So then you have the Ace of Bones, and the Ace of Bones is actually, of course, the Ace of Wands. This talks about you let your creativity and your sense of passion and to be your inspiration. You have willpower, we already know it, but your creativity and your passion is what keeps you engaged. It keeps reinvigorating you. And that's how you're going to manifest all of this luck in your life. Okay, so now I'm going to switch over to the Oracle decks. And the first thing is I'm going to pull from the Goddess and Sirens, of course, because we pulled from the Gods and Titans earlier. I'm going to ask, what action does pile 4 need to do to make sure that massive luck coming your way, but you want to bring it faster, right? Pile 4. So what action do you need to do? First is self-trust. I love it. Self-trust is the thing you need to do here. You've done the work. Trust it. Trust your instincts. I'll hold it up again because there is a bad reflection. We're toward the evening, and so this light's not ideal. I'll put it here. The nice thing about the dark cards is it doesn't really show up as much. Okay, and then we have Kuan Yin. Compassion. Learning to show yourself compassion. I see that you are definitely on the way to doing it, but this is what will bring massive luck coming your way. Power. Don't be afraid to exhibit power when you need to. Oya. Okay, so those are your Oracle cards. Now I'm going to pull more Oracle cards from the Moonology deck. So, what massive luck is coming your way? First one out, nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. I think this is a good card for you to look at, because I think for you, just remembering that you're always having fun along the way, and so nothing's set in stone. I think by remembering that, it'll help you continue with this positive, fun energy as you're going through your life. What do you need to release? If there's anything pile 4 that you need to look at and you need to release, this is the time to kind of start giving some thought to that. And then full moon and eclipse, conclusions are within reach. I think this is a beautiful card, especially for you, because if what we were reading at the beginning, the massive luck coming in, if you're not completely through the struggle, if you haven't fully hit this moment, like this we'll say this moment of clarity or this moment of enlightenment, remember, conclusions are within reach. You are very close to it. So just hang in there, and your manifestation will be here. Your massive luck is coming your way. All right, pile 4, thank you so much for hanging out with me, for listening to the reading. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe if you can, as well as shoot me a comment. Let me know if this resonated. I would love to hear if it did, especially for your pile. It's very specific, right? But yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to you returning to the channel. Talk to you soon.